Yowzers. Yeah, I feel super good about that boss, even though... Like, of course I'm a little bit annoyed that it took me as many times as it did. I did some sloppy mistakes there, but the boss itself, I really like this rematch with Dolarn. She had really, really cool patterns to her attacks. I really liked figuring out how to overcome her moves there. So yeah, good on you. Early contender for my favorite boss, I guess. Well, not early, we're really close to the end, but I guess I'll have to like really mull and think about the other bosses we've fought. I don't know. I guess Chester probably is. If there is some, like, objective measure, which I'm always a little hesitant to throw that word around, but I think, like, Chester might be, like, maybe the best boss to some measure, since he's so challenging, but like, has, like, really interesting patterns himself. I guess the intensity... Oh my god, Dark Shrine for the Restless 12. Are we in the Temple of Bevel all of a sudden? Look at this horrible place. No, there's no energy tracks here, so it can't be Bevel. But anyway, I guess just for me personally, the intensity of the Sister Nell fight there, Dolarn rematch, was just the perfect one for me. You know... maybe this is going a little bit too philosophical here about, like, the nature of a game and stuff. And maybe I'm not equipped to really talk about this matter, but, you know... I think most people would agree that they do like a challenge in video games, right? Like, I think most people would do that. I don't know. There are people who just say that they purely enjoy it just for, like, the kind of leisure... as a leisure activity. But I think a lot of people, even if they're like enjoying it as a leisure activity, they want to kind of be challenged by the game. So I think there are a lot of people who are like, you know, hard is good. Like, I actually seen that phrase in a comment recently. Is for me, hard is good and easy is bad. So I think when you talk about a challenge in a video game, I think that is something that people do look forward to. And now we are even more in Final Fantasy X, because look at those fireflies in the background. My goodness. No, I like it. It's got like underwater vibes almost. There's like coral in the background that's letting off those things, you know? I'm making a big run here just to check that this was as linear as I thought, right? Like there wasn't a thing that I missed. No. This is a super linear thing. Alright, good to know. Yeah, I was, you know, just like if I missed something, like a fork in the road or something, but no, this first part is a super linear. That's fine. Yeah, but, you know, I feel like those people who are like... you know, I like a challenge and I prefer it to be difficult. I think a lot of people who feel that way, they'll still be like, okay, but this one thing, this is not fair. This is not... That's hard, but not fair. A lot of people will say it's hard but fair, therefore I like it. But then there's like also like the coin to that, the flip side coin to that is that there's something that's unfair. And that's then by virtue of being unfair, it's not a good kind of hard. And I wonder how much it just is that that it's just that it's too hard for that person, you know, how much of it is a case of just them being proud about them being able to beat whatever they consider is hard but fair. Then when something is even more challenging, then like they consider that to be, you know, hard but unfair and therefore not good. And good lord, this amount of enemies. Like, look at my health, it's so low from just these couple of these enemies, and now I have to fight all of these fellas? Maybe... This is probably... These swarming enemies, this is the best option always, isn't it? Oh my... Wow, that was really low, my spell there. Now I'm on 1 health! My god, thank goodness I, Damn, faster than my move. Thank God that I saved here before I came this way, right? Yeah, thank goodness, yeah. Yeah, so just what I was talking about there again, I had this like thought recently when I was reading about, you know, people ruminating on difficulty in games and what they consider hard and fair and a good, and then what they consider too much. They don't, like I said, like I think maybe some people don't want to use the phrase too much. They don't want to maybe admit to that. Maybe they're just like, you know, this was too difficult for me. Because, you know, then some people... Because, like, what is fair is another question. Like, some people might consider what you think is unfair is to someone else a fair challenge to, like, really have to overcome incredible odds and, like, kind of outside-the-box thinking and stuff. So, it's... So I think, like, that to some extent is subjective. Like, what is a fair kind of challenge, you know? So when someone's like, this is unfair, you know, you might say that, well, no, I think that's perfectly fair. I guess I'll give my own point, where I myself have admittedly been like, this feels a little unfair. It's from that darn series that you always get quoted. It's from Dark Souls. There's like... There's some situations where you need to be, like, crazy paranoid to not get ganked on your first go to an area, you know? Like I remember the church in the Undead Parish where you see the Tower Knight at the end. I remember so vividly. I was like, wait, if I run in there, there's gonna be a guy to the left of me. And sure enough, I check, and there's a Boulder Knight to the left of me, and I fight him. And I think there's like one more of that kind. I'm like, no, if I still go in, another guy's gonna come in from where the camera can't see and get me. And sure enough, there's like several Boulder Knights, and I'm like, okay, Boulder Knights dealt with, then now let's go for the Tower Knight. And I start walking, and I hear this chanting, and I'm like, what the heck? And there's like is it called a channeler on a balcony that you can't see when going into that church. It's like hidden from the camera, the balcony that he's on. He starts just blasting you. I was like, oh my god. And I don't mean to roast people who would be like, that's not unfair, that's perfectly fair. Like, that's totally an argument I've heard people say, is that's the kind of like, it's a dangerous world, and you need the context of the dangerous world. You need to be like aware of threats coming your way. God damn, speaking of threats coming my way, these bats are awful. They're the worst enemy in the game. Case in point, again, I kind of want to say that these damn bats are a little unfair, because their attacks are so damn hard to avoid. They just swarm you. It's not a fun fight against these bats, but I guess someone might say that no, it's completely fair. You need to play it carefully. You need to, like, kite them one at a time. You need to really just tighten up your attack patterns, so that, you know, like that one hit that I just took there, you don't get, and you need to use your drop-ins to lock them out. But I guess the point I'm trying to make with this meandering thing that I'm doing, that I don't want to, like, again, I don't want to roast people who, like, disagree with the fairness of a challenge or unfairness. Like, I'm just trying to get, like, my own thoughts. I'm, like, introspecting here to some extent, like, why I sometimes have the urge to say these things is like, to me, like, this is like, oh, this is like too much for me, while someone else might be like, this is exactly the challenge I need, this is fantastic. And I'm just wondering then, when there's like people who seem to be like really good judges of like what's an unfair and what's a fair challenge, I wonder if there's some case of that too, like where like it just feels like too much to them, ergo like they're well, like branding it as a not good fight because of their feelings. By the way, I'm such an idiot. We have the freaking cape. I can totally just take a break in between these bird fights. They totally want us to do that, by the way. That's why this is so damn challenging, is that they want us to heal up in between fights. Man, that I'm not gonna say is like a case by case. That's entirely on me. I'm such a moron for forgetting about this. That's totally an egg on my face on that one. No, but more than, you know, again, like, roasting people for, like, their opinions of what counts as a good/fair fight and what doesn't, I'm just like, you know, because since I'm making these calls myself of what I consider to be a, good boss or not. I just want to be myself, like, cognizant that I'm not just letting my own bias of did I do a good job in that fight? Did I find it difficult or easy or just enough challenge? Like, I don't want that to, like, bias my decision too much. Which is why I was like, I don't maybe want to, as a knee-jerk, I don't want to say that Chester was a worse boss than Dularn just now. Because, as clearly was obvious, Chester was less frustrating. Dularn was less frustrating for me than Chester, so... And also, Dularn was less difficult than Chester, so I'm trying to, like, not let that cloud my judgment. But again, if it's, you know, if it's a personal, like, take, maybe I can allow my own judgment to influence it? I don't know. It's all very difficult. For me personally. Because I do want to take into consideration what the general vibe is and then what I personally felt. Even though, like, it's impossible to make, like, a review that doesn't have some personal biases to it, you know? There we go. Alright, I'm happy with this one now, though. Now that I decided to just play it really careful with these fireballs and let my health heal up. Yeah, we got through it. Of course they had to make this final area. If you have that cape, then this would be trivial if the enemies weren't as challenging as they are. So no too much complaints from me, although swarming enemies a little infuriating. And what was this giant lich skull that we just got? Kind of looks like the is it an iron lich? Is the flying skull enemy in Heretic? Is what that reminded me of. Genos. A strange creature from the old days of Galbalan, possessing only a head. Rarely moves, but can fire a powerful beam of energy from its one eye. Oh, it's got only one eye on its big skull, the big red thing. Cool. Also, of course, we have Dularn here again. Let's check it out. The sorcerer returns for a final battle on Genos Island. In the end, her true identity was that of Sister Nell. Repented on her deathbed for the many atrocities she committed in Nicholas Garland's name. Yeah, she was ultimately a bad guy, so, like... Probably she kind of did get what she deserved, but... I'm such a sucker for any bad guy who sounds repetitive when they're, like, at their final end, you know? When they come to the end of their rope, so... Another bias on my front, I'll admit. I try to stay, you know, cognizant of my own biases, you know? When I like, talk about, like, reviewing and, like, my feelings and stuff, you know? Ow. For a second I thought that auto killed me when I knocked down on the ground. Thankfully not, it's only 14 damage. So this lizard is a Balzarl, a more powerful Barrel. Has 2 eyes, so it's much better at accurately striking its prey. Still only a slight improvement, however. Ooh, this is bad. You birds want to come down here, maybe? Oh god. The skull guy moves also. I was not ready for that. In fact, how did it move? That looked very strange the way it dragged itself around. Did you see that? Gave me the heebie-jeebies, honestly. Alright, let's see if we can do this again. Oh! That was kind of mean. Come on, come on, come on, Balzarl. Gotcha. There we go. Alright. Birdie's dealt with. Ah, see, that's the worst part. Why these things frustrate me, is they get that little lick of damage in there on you. Very rough. Also, there is an item over there. Let's stand around and let our health heal for a moment, even though it's not the most enticing viewing in the world. But after that beatdown, let's do it. Yeah, so that was me maybe just belaboring a point too far again, but, you know, it's something that considered me. Because I guess my own, like, ego, when I hear someone be like, well, you know, I prefer it to be that challenging. I'm like, I don't like it. I don't necessarily like it, but, you know. It's a fair take either way, I feel, so, and I don't... And I can't be for sure that I can't be for sure that they're not correct, that it is a good fight, you know. You know, I haven't really played any truly challenging games, I still feel like. You know, I don't usually pick the hardest difficulty in games, for example. Very rarely do I do that, and I haven't really played really challenging character action games, which seem to be, like, a certain, like, level of challenge that people take as some of the most challenging games. Never played any Devil May Cry's still. An emerald! Nice! What's our status with gems? Wow, I was missing one emerald. I'm sorry, I was missing 2 emeralds. I was only running with 1 emerald so far. Huh. I didn't realize. So now we've got that powered up a little bit more. Does it change at all? Did that look bigger, the spin on that? I'm not sure. Like, our flight time is about the same. Well, this looks bad. This pattern right here. Raval, or 750! Let's carry on, okay? Let's carry on and see if we get to another travel monument. I know we've gone really long today. I'm going a little long again to make up for that long Sister Nell boss fight. So we're going a little longer. I'm hoping we'll get to a travel monument soon, because we can now go power up the sword over with Adonis. Come on, birdie. See? Got that lick in there again. Okay, is this back to the central area? I think. Oh, that's good. I like the camera work that we're now seeing deeper into the place. Now it makes you really respect how huge this place truly is. There we go. Gotcha. Of course, this game, I feel this game has been pretty challenging. I think this is one of the most challenging games I've ever played. And case in point, I'm not playing it anywhere close to the highest difficulty. Like, I think there's 1 or 2 more difficulty levels on this one. Goddamn, my heart could not take that. Doing this game on it any harder than it already is. I just couldn't. I think I'd have a heart attack. But, you know, as I've been saying for a while now, let me belabor that point a little longer, is maybe this is still too easy for someone, and, like, that's what they need, and they're like, maybe it actually is fair, maybe this is still a simple game. I don't know, I've certainly... If this is still easy enough, then boy oh boy. Oh, this sucks. I did not want to fall off there. I didn't even realize at first you could fall off there. And now there's a million of these Skull-O-Nadas. Okay, what we're gonna do is we are going to teleport to Redmont after all, because I don't wanna drop down there yet. I never want that to be the first thing I do, is drop down. It might be worth it to drop down there eventually, so we'll check it out, but I want to check out that cavern first. Hey everybody, still organizing here? Alright then.
What do you got for me?
But before, let's just come here and do this now. Wow, we got over 1,000 Raval ore.
Good to go.
Sick. We only need 300 more to power this up. Of course, we'll still need...
Come again.
2,800 to power up the shield and the armor, if and when we get those. So yeah... Gonna have to find so much Raval ore. Why do I keep doing this? Well, might as well save now that we got the... No. Might as well save now that we got the sword powered up. Unholy memory, Genos Island. That's so cool. I dig it. I'm gonna try... This is some risky biznu, but I'm gonna try and juke past all the enemies again. Let's see how it goes. I should probably be ending the episode, honestly. We've gone on for so long, but maybe 10 more minutes. If this dungeon is huge, and there's very sparing with the travel monuments, then maybe I will have to end this a little before we get to a monument. I'm not too miffed about that. I can probably make the run off screen next time we record and get there okay. I don't know. I guess I was all over the place today with my discussion, wasn't I? I'm sorry. The point being, I'm trying to be very introspective about my feelings vis-a-vis challenge in video games. And trying to be respectful of opposing points of view, you know? Not just be like a blanket, no, you're wrong! I guess... to put a real button on that, yeah. Even though like maybe Chester was more demanding and maybe it was a more interesting boss in some sense, I just really liked the Sister Nail fight, and I kind of fall on that one as my favorite. The game still has a chance to impress us. We have to fight at least Bishop Nicholas. Maybe Galbalan as well, so those are gonna be a fight for sure. Those might be better bosses than even Delarn. I don't know. Delarn rematch. There's a hole right in the center as well. I wonder if that drops into a different place. There's a weirdo spellcaster here. Oh, right, these guys... Right, we learned that these guys will get back up after killing them, so... How long do I want to boogie against them? Alright, we'll check this place out now that we're down here, after all. What do we have here? Lotus Hammer? What the heck is a Lotus Hammer? A hammer found in the Dark Shrine. Its crimson head is made from a soft, glossy rock. I wonder if this is just an item we use to, like, access a place. I don't know. Rather than an item we, like, use for anything. So there's, like, two ways to go here. This one seems to go down, so let's not go here yet. Yeah. Of course, when I fall down a hole like this, my reaction is to want to backtrack to where I was originally, just to like map out the route. So, and I feel like going ever downwards will not be us backtracking. God, a new... Oh God, right, I got destroyed. I'm not gonna end the episode here yet either. Let's go one more try. Let's see if I can clear that top cave with the Barrel-Zarls, the lizards, without dropping into Skeleton Town. We'll see what's over there. Now, I am tempted because there is that one hole in the dead center. I want to, like... There's a small chance, an off chance that that leads to somewhere that isn't the same place as those other ones. We seem to otherwise drop into that huge Skull All-Nada party chamber. So I'm a little tempted. Should we do that as an episode end? You know, like, just like try to carry on for realsies next episode, but as an episode end, should I just check out that hole? See if that goes somewhere else? If you remember the architecture of that cavern beneath that place I've dropped down so many times now, there's like those weird raised platforms. You saw those in the dead center. What if we drop onto one of those when we take the center hole? Ow. Ow! Quite the laser you have there. I think it's worth testing it out. So, before I ramble any more stupid crap today, let's just do that and call it for today, and next time we'll have a more sensible, regular playthrough, I guess. Oh, bah humbug. I didn't even realize you can drop down there. Man, I think I really should end the episode because I'm clearly... clearly, I don't know. There might be some tilt going on here now that I'm making these sloppy mistakes and trying to make my run back. But I'm gonna do one more pass, guys, and then we're gonna call it for today. One more pass, then I'll try that center hole. If it drops down onto one of those pedestals you saw there, those columns, I'm gonna try and navigate those columns to see what's at their end. If it turns out that I just drop again in just a dead, like the bottom part of that skull not a party place, I'm just gonna call the episode there, and next time we're gonna try and clear that lizard cave without dropping. We'll see what we'll find there. Maybe it turns out that there's nothing, there's a dead end, and we will have to drop down, but at least we will know. Good lord, this cavern of bats. Ooh. Bad place to land. Hey. See, I'm getting a little sloppy here because I'm trying to, like, speed run past all these enemies. Whack. There we go. Oh god. Oh, that's so creepy. It's got a weird dragon bone head inside that. It looks like a skull, but it's now I see properly. It's got like this crazy lizard, snake, whatever skeleton head thing. Gnarly. Alright, here we are again. Now let's check out the center pit. Bye-bye. Boo-yah. See, I was like thinking like it kind of seems to map out like this, so... But I wasn't sure if it was truly the case or if it just keeps depositing you in... Why didn't I just make double jumps across these columns? I don't know. Oh man, I'm really... starting to feel a little too exhausted for this, but look, now that I know that that's the case, that area's like that, one more go, guys, just one more go. Give me one more go, man, I can do it. I need to know what that red chest has at the end now. It'll probably, honestly, the effort that is going to get to that thing, it will probably have either an armor or the blueprint we need for the shield. That's my personal feel, because I think we do eventually need to get those. I think they're here, rather than being hidden somewhere in the world, you know? And I think the effort that is going into getting there is now such that it has to be a little bit bigger of a reward than just a gem. You feel me? Like the jewels are a great reward. No roasting on that, but they don't feel as huge of a upgrade as getting new gear like that. So you remember how hard it was to get the sword in the waterway of Valestein Castle? Like, that's what I mean. Like, that was challenging. Again, probably not as challenging as I made it out to be, but, you know, I'm the one playing, so. Okay. And now you, my spooky friend. So I'm not sure if this guy gets back up. Let's see. By the way, let's check. Is there a monster entry for this fellow? There is. A Skull Magister? A Skull Magiste. An immortal sorcerer constantly rising from the dead. Animated by corrupted spirits and utilizes numerous black arts in combat. So it's a spellcaster version of the Skelly Boys. Right on. Raval Armor! There you go! Kinda suspect that would be it. Sadly... Whoa, it looks so cool! The strongest armor! Protects against even the heaviest hit. Yes, but sadly, because we're still lacking the shield, we don't get to see what Raval gear Adol looks like. Hey, I'm talking here. So keep your head down. There you go. There's a good lad. In fact, I should probably amscray out of here before I get myself killed dumbly and I have to get this armor again. Yeah, next time, like I said, the plan is going to be... The plan is going to be that, yeah, the plan is going to be that I try to clear that lizard cave where we dropped down just now. We're gonna try and clear it without falling, see what's at the bottom. Hopefully it will connect naturally to that area we kept dropping down to. If not, then we will drop down into Skeleton Party Town and have ourselves a bony party, I suppose. Should be good fun. So, I hope you guys look forward to that Jim Jam Shindig next time. Look forward to it. Bye-bye.